What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Hitman Blood Money, Silent Assassin, Targets Only. Let's do curtains down. You're going to need a silver baller, and then under the upgrade, you're going to need low velocity ammo, the silencer, and the laser sight. Alright, or at the very... Oh, and don't forget to go to the miscellaneous equipment and buy painkillers. At the very least, you need the silencer. Anyways, so we're going to charge into the basement. There's a specific way I do this. Run, hug the wall to the left and kind of go around those guys. That way they'll turn around and then you can charge down the stairwell without them seeing you. But if they do see you, it's not a big deal. You will get caught by some workers as you charge through here, but don't worry about them. Just go the exact way that I am going. Once you're here, peek through the keyhole and make sure there isn't a guard, I think, that can see you. Now, here in the locker room, very carefully sneak up to this laundry bag for the worker disguise. But just be extremely careful because you don't want those guys in the shower to see you. Now we're going to go up to the catwalk and we're going to set up our death trap for the ambassador, which is going to be planting a mine on the stage lights. Just make sure that the worker up here doesn't see you do it. So be careful. And then, the reason we want to do the stage lights instead of the chandelier is because the chandelier requires precise timing, and if you miss the opportunity, you messed up. The stage lights, on the other hand, you can take all the time in the world, because after Alvaro is killed on stage, the ambassador runs to the stage and then he just stands there and cries for all eternity. So you can take your time with crushing him with the stage lights. Hence why we're planting the mine on them instead of the chandelier. So once you safely place the bomb, let's head back down. And we're gonna go to the stage, but we need to sneak on the stage from a discreet angle. Down in the basement, there's like a little hidden kind of like a little hidden stage prop elevator. We're gonna climb up the prop elevator shaft so that we're on stage, and then we're behind the set piece so that we're hidden from view. Right here. Yep, we're just climb up. And once you're up here, just very carefully make sure you're sneaking and you're up against this set piece here. That way nobody sees you, because you can get caught here if you're not careful. Equip your silver baller and then go ahead and holster it. That way you can quick equip it as soon as it's time to sabotage the execution scene. So this is very similar to what I do in my official strategy, where we synchronize a gunshot with the execution scene, and then it's still going to count as an accident kill. However, in my main strategy, we bring a sniper rifle, and then we do it long range from the sound control room. But for this method, we are sneaking on stage and then doing it from short range from behind using our silenced pistol. So basically we just have to wait for the right moment. Basically the other actor will point his prop gun at our target, and then the big boom sound effect is your cue to shoot your shot. If it helps, switch to FPS mode so that your aiming is a little better, because if you have a laser sight on your weapon, it makes your FPS accuracy a lot better compared to the traditional crosshair. In the event that you miss, just shoot again, because you've got lots of leeway. So let's get ourselves ready. This is harder to do from this perspective because you don't really have the best view of the other actor, but just synchronize your gunshot with the execution. If you want to speed things up, you can drop down that elevator shaft, but doing that hurts. This is why I purchased painkillers from the miscellaneous equipment, so that after shattering my legs, I can use the painkillers and revive and re-heal myself. Now for the ambassador, we're going to want to go back to the catwalk, because there's the worker up on the catwalk. We need to detonate the mine when the worker is not in the wrong spot where he could die from the explosion. And since my strategies, since my challenge parameters require us to not take out non-targets at all, with one exception in A New Life, we also need to make sure that none of the ambassador's bodyguards are in a spot where they could be crushed by the stage lights. So just look down and watch carefully. As soon as they're all in position, then they should not be crushable by the stage light. Because as soon as the explosion happens, they'll move and they'll be out of the way. And also, do not forget to be mindful of the worker up here. You don't want him to die from the explosion, because that will straight up ruin Silent Assassin. Now we need to very carefully get our suit back from the locker room. As long as you did this strategy correctly, then what should happen is one of the guys in the shower should be at the sink. You can trigger him to go back to the shower, and then I would play it safe, and because the other guy can do the same thing. In this particular setup, they both went to the sinks, and I was able to trigger them back to the showers so that I could safely put my suit back on without them seeing. As long as you put your suit back on without them seeing, we're going to backtrack through the basement the same exact way that we originally came from, so that we can get back to the public area, and you don't have to worry about anyone that's going to tell you to go away, because we're going back to the public area here, and we'll be fine. We're fine now. We're no longer trespassing. Now let's get to the exit, and that's going to take care of this mission. So yeah, we didn't take out anyone that was a non-target. That's how you do it. A little tricky, but not too bad. Just be very careful when crushing the ambassador with the stage lights, because we definitely don't want a bodyguard to get crushed in the process. That will not ruin Silent Assassin, but it does ruin my challenge parameters. Anyways, see you next time.